Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been forever since I last uploaded a beauty tutorial. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I've recently told you guys that I moved out to the LA area, so I'm just like in the process of like moving in and a whole bunch of other stuff, so that's why I haven't really had time to film. Please bear with me because like I said, I'm barely moving in or whatever. So the tutorial is going to be a full face tutorial starting from eyebrows all the way down to foundation, lips, and all of that good stuff. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you want to achieve this look, then please keep on watching. Okay, to start off, I'm going to go ahead and be using Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC like I always do. And since I have my nails done, I like to use my Morphe M430 brush for that and then just go over it with my finger. I like to use my finger just because it helps dilute the product with the warmth of the finger or whatever. I just feel like that works the best. So now I'm going to be taking my Anastasia, what is this palette? Artist palette, and I'm going to be taking Punch Fuchsia all over the lid with my Sigma flat shader brush. I will go ahead and link all of the products that I use in the description box below, and just go ahead and keep packing it. Take your time with this because you want the color to come out obviously true to its color. So now I'm going to be taking this fluffy brush also by Morphe and going in with the color called Dusty Rose to blend out any harsh edges. This is the step that kind of like makes or breaks your eyeshadow, so just go ahead and take your time. I focus a darker color obviously in the crease, and then I like to move upward towards the brow bone, but when there's like no product left on the brush. Taking another Morphe brush, I'm going to go ahead and dip into the color called Aubergine, also from the Artist palette, and I'm going to be using this brush called 506. Well, it's not called, but it's obviously numbered 506. What I love about this brush is that it's very precise and it gets into the little cracks that you can't get with any other brush. That's one of the reasons why I love Morphe brushes. And then I'm going to go back in, as you saw, with a 239. That one was by MAC, and got the same color and just applied it into the crease. I like to do like the stabbing motions because I don't have a crease. Well, at least I do, but it's not as visible, and by doing this like stabbing motion or whatever, it helps create definition in your eyes. And then going back in with the soft, what is it called? Sorry, I'm really bad with names, you guys. Dusty Rose with that fluffy brush. And then we're just going to go ahead and reapply with the same color that we started off with, because after blending so much, the color gets lost and faded. So just go ahead and reapply that back onto the lid. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the color Buttery, also from the Artist palette, with my Morphe 440 brush to help highlight underneath our brow. And what I love about this color is that it diffuses your brow bone color as well. So it just makes everything have a nice transition, so you can't really see where the colors start or the colors stop without any harsh edges. Am I making sense? I hope so. So now I just went ahead and applied my eyeliner using my new favorite brush. I'm going to go ahead and do a separate review on this one, and this is the 217 by MAC. I mean, sorry, what the fuck? Sorry. This is the 217 by Morphe. It's because MAC has a 217 as well. Yeah, so if you guys want another tutorial, obviously, for eyeliner, let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to go ahead now and tightline and line my waterline with this LA Girl eyeliner in brown. And with a pencil brush, also by Morphe, I'm taking the color called Baby I'm a Star, and applying this. Make sure to pack it on, well, just depending if you want it to be super dramatic or not. And then I like to apply this, and then I take another brush with the same color that we used in the crease called Dusty Rose, and just diffuse it so there's no harsh lines. Now with another clean pencil brush, I'm going to go ahead and take that silver color called Beigely, also from the same palette, and applying this onto the inner corners of our eyes, so that way it could just open up the look and make it look not so dramatic. And I'm using my little beauty blender holder. Super cute. So now I'm going to go ahead and go in with my foundation. I'm using the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk in the number 6. I pump it 3 times and then I mix it with my NC20 Prolong Wear Concealer by MAC because it is too dark for me. And I feel like by adding this concealer, it obviously lightens it up and makes it more to my color. And that's a burn. I burnt myself earlier that day because I was curling my hair with one of my favorite wands. If you guys want a hair tutorial, you know what to do. So I'm using this beauty blender to just blend everything out. Be careful when you're applying this because this foundation kind of sets right away. So if you don't work fast, then you're going to have like blotchiness all over your face. And I'm sorry if you guys can hear my laptop heating up, but anyways, I'm going to be taking my Maybelline concealer in the color Sand. And it's funny because after I started like editing this video, I realized that I didn't highlight. So right after I did this, like I was supposed to apply my Prolong Wear Concealer in NC20, but I think I was in a hurry and I was trying to finish and I didn't highlight. But I mean, you can go ahead and do contouring without highlighting, but you're not going to get the best results. And no wonder, because when I took my selfies on Instagram, I was like, why does my face look a little darker? But it's because, you know, I add some light to my face with that NC20. So I'm going to go ahead and now take my Chanel bronzer. This one is amazing. If you guys are like new to contouring and don't really know how to bronze your face, this is the perfect bronzer. I am going to dedicate a whole video talking about this bronzer because it is a little bit pricey, but it's worth every dollar. I can guarantee you that. And it's super simple for beginners. So the brush that I'm using is a stippling brush. This one is by MAC. It is the 139, I believe. I hate how these brushes like scratch off like the little numbers that are on there. But I will look it up for you guys so you guys can know for sure. So after applying this on the forehead, a little bit on the nose, and on the cheekbones, I then use my body blender and my Ben Nye neutral setting powder, and I use this to bake. I don't really use this method all the time. There are different like times to do different setting powders and different foundations, and you know there's just, you don't always have to bake your face, but this is how I bake it. I literally just pack it on. It's really not a good feeling after you kind of like dust everything off because you do feel cakey, but this is perfect for photographs and selfies on Instagram. And if you're going to go out like on a night where you really, really want to bulletproof your makeup, this is the perfect way to go. And then I also go underneath my contour just to make it a little bit more dramatic, and you just leave this on the face for a couple of minutes and then you dust it off. So the brush that I'm using next to dust it off is another one by Morphe. I can't find it at the moment, but like I said, oh wait, I found it. It's the Morphe M438, and I just use this to dust it off. This is one of Morphe's top selling brushes, and I would totally recommend it for highlighting, contouring, and all that good stuff. So the next brush that I'm going to be using is another Morphe, and this one is in 459. And this is perfect for cutting your cheeks. You don't really have to do it after contouring with the cream, which is like the one that we used earlier with the Chanel. But you can use this if you just want to use powder and you really want to look cut and fierce wherever you go. Totally understandable. You can go ahead and use that one. And then I'm just going back in with that brush, the 438, to blend everything out. So now I'm just going to go ahead and highlight using my Becca highlighter. It broke when I went to New York, so I was super sad, but hey, it still works. So this is how I highlight. Yes, I love this brush. Actually, it's not the same one. It's another one. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do my favorites brush video. I know I have one up from before, but I will just do an updated one. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my favorite blush brush. I've had so much trouble finding a blush brush, and Morphe has this brush, and it is the 427. It's dual fiber. It applies blush so perfectly. I seriously cannot get over it because I'm not really a blush person, and the blush that I used is by Milani. It's called Bellisimo Bronze. So now I'm going to go ahead and use my Hot Makeup mascara. This is one of my favorite mascaras I've been using at the moment. I've been using it for the past month already. And I'm just going to apply this top and bottom lashes. The lashes that I'm using are also from Morphe, and they are the wispy ones. You can also find these at Nimi's or Morphe or anybody that sells lashes. I have a coupon code for Hot Makeup and as well as Morphe, so I will leave that in the description box below. So yeah, so now moving on to the lips, I'm using Boldly Bare, sorry, I can't talk, by MAC, and I always love to overline. I love big lips. And speaking of big lips, I'm going to be uploading a video this week talking about my lip injections because I've been getting tons and tons and tons of questions in regards to that. So keep an eye out for that. Okay, so since I'm staying away from lipsticks because I'm a lipstick hoarder, I have so many lipsticks that I don't ever use. I decided to pick up this one, and this one is by NYX Cosmetics, and it's a nude lip cream in the color Exposed. I really like this because it goes on so fucking creamy, super duper creamy, and I didn't really like the Boldly Bare lip liner that I was using, and this pretty much neutralized it so it wouldn't look so pink, because you guys know how I feel about pink lipsticks or lip liners and all that stuff. And then I'm going to go ahead and top it off with this Intense Butter lip gloss, and it's called Tres Leches, also by NYX. So yeah, that completes the tutorial. Really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys all in my next one. Bye everyone.